And welcome back to Wanna Bet Podcast with Brendan and Brandon.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been a minute. Sorry we missed you. We had a scare with COVID. We thought someone...
Why are you saying with an H?
COVID. What am I saying? What way?
Cool
What do you
Cool
mean?
whip.
Cool whip. Why am I saying what way? So we had a COVID scare with somebody who worked with somebody. So
I didn't work with them like close range, but it was just, like this was supposed to be like 2 weeks ago from today. Today is 12/4, December 4th, 2020. And this is 2 weeks ago, like the week before Thanksgiving. We were supposed to do some more podcasts, and we didn't.
Yeah, we were just worried with everybody hanging out that we didn't want to spread anything. We were trying to be, smart, responsible, proactive.
Yeah, everything's fine. It's been 2 weeks. I didn't quarantine because I didn't feel like it was like an issue for myself. Like I said, I wasn't close by him.
Yes,
but I know you were going to some elderly people's residence, and as was I. So I didn't want to, I
just didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? I'd feel like a piece of shit if it was me that got everybody sick.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it's like the NFL. I know you don't follow football, but like with the NFL right now, the Ravens had 22 players last week that tested positive.
Yeah, that's why
COVID, and they kept on pushing the game. But their rules is like, I think it's like 8 days they have to be in quarantine, and then they're okay to play. So
I mean, they're extreme
like
athletes. I mean, these people, they're not the ones to get sick. I mean,
no, I understand, but it's like you have to make the rules even for everybody.
Yeah.
But I understand the NFL is all about money. But
and it's sweating and cussing, and they're breathing heavy on each other.
Yeah.
And it's homoerotic.
It's close to having sex. It's about as close to having sex without taking clothes off.
Yeah. Speaking of football, did you see that that girl kick that?
Yeah. It was weak as shit.
Very empowering for women that she made it on the college football team. But what was funny was I thought it was, when I watched the video, I thought it was an onside kick. And then when I found out was even funnier was that the score was 41-0. So that was her only play. She didn't get back on the field at all for anything. It's pretty remarkable. I mean, if you looked at her, if you just saw like the shoulders and her helmet on, you wouldn't have known it was a girl. She kind of looked like a regular kicker.
Yeah, I mean, under all those pads,
softball team.
Yeah,
but
she's a strong girl.
I'm not saying she's not.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like it's awesome that happened. But it's like if a dude joined the softball team and started just smashing home runs. I might sound like an asshole for saying this.
Don't talk shit about softball.
I'll be honest on my views. Like, I have no problem if you want to play football and do that, but it's like, are we allowed to play one of yours sports?
What do you want to play?
Well, I told my sister all the time. My sister was awesome at field hockey.
I could see that.
And I told her all the time.
I was looking at pictures of your sister on Facebook, like not being
so
creepy.
Weird.
But you guys look exactly alike.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
She was adopted.
No, she was definitely not. Well, then whoever she adopted,
we adopted the same family.
Yeah, you came the same. So it must have been somebody. Adopted. Yeah, you guys look a lot alike.
Oh.
And I'm sorry. What's her name? Is it Jessica? Is that your sister's name? What's her name?
That's Lane.
Lane. Okay. Well, I mean, I was looking at
maybe you were looking at the wrong person.
No, I definitely. Well, dyslexia. I saw Jessica, so I'm gonna call her Jessica.
Looking at Jess's profile then?
No. I didn't even know. No, it was definitely your sister.
Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where you get that from.
All right. Well,
but yeah, it's Lane.
I'm terrible with names.
Okay.
I call you Brandon all the time.
Yeah, I never call you Brendan. So.
Brandon's way easier. It's way more common than Brendan.
I know.
What nationality is Brendan?
Supposedly Irish.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Bunch of drunk folks.
Yeah. But like I've only met one other person who has the name spelled out like how my name is spelled with the E's.
I've only met like 100 something people that have the same name as me.
As you, yeah. But like
now my middle name Young.
William?
No. It's on my hat, isn't it? Or is this
Matthew?
No.
Marshall?
Ew.
Mickey?
No.
Michael?
That's my grandfather's name. I was not allowed to have anybody in my family.
Is it unoriginal or original?
It's original.
Michelle.
It's close to that.
I don't know, what is it?
Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
You were so close,
Yeah.
Michelle. And that's how I spelled it when I was like really young. Like people were like, write your full name, and I always spelled Michelle.
I can't say my middle name.
How is that?
It's actually not.
It smells like vinegar.
So much smoother than I thought it was gonna be. I was waiting for a bite. There's no bite.
No bite. Okay. Brendan's treating us to some sake. Sake it to me.
Yeah, I had it in my house, so we'll drink it.
It smells like rice vinegar though.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like, it's smooth. It's surprisingly smooth.
That is shockingly smooth.
Like really, there's no afterburn.
There's nothing. You think it's gonna be?
There's nothing. It's not bad.
So the thing about vinegar, like just smelling this, like makes me want to throw up. My sister might be laughing right now if she's watching this, but when we were growing up on a military base, they would put you like there's always somebody's mom like in the cul-de-sac that you lived in because base housing is like affordable housing, right? It's like we don't really care what the fucking house looks like. They're all brown. Every house is exactly the same. There's no difference. There's no layout. Like I never went into somebody else's house on base and it was like,
hey, that's new.
Hey, yeah. It was like I knew exactly where everything was. Besides like the kitchen layout, that was like kind of different sometimes. But like, you know where the bathroom was. You know, it was like there's no asking questions. And so we stayed at this this really nice family, the Stamps. They lived down the street from us. She watched us, and my dad was like, "Look, these kids get out of line. You know, smack them around a little bit. They're fine. I mean, like if you tell them if I got to come home, I'm beating their ass. So just beat their ass. So I don't have to do it, right?" And she's like, "No, I don't do corporal punishment," and she didn't. But what she would do was like, if you were like being bad, like, you know, cause like when kids get together, you're going to fight, right? Like you're going to argue about something or whatever.
You're going to be kids.
So we would throw bows sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And, they would, she would be like, enough. And she'd like either make us like run around the house to like burn off energy, you know, and she would time you like, you know, if you were like, she wouldn't let you get too close to each other. Like you were running alone, right? You were being alone for a second. Or if it was raining or too cold, that wasn't an option. She would say, "You can have a spoonful of vinegar."
I'd take that every day.
Vinegar?
I do a spoonful of apple cider vinegar every day.
It wasn't apple cider. It was distilled.
So it was like
very bitter.
Much worse.
Yeah, very bitter. And it was a tablespoon is like way more than like a spoonful. I feel like.
Were you able to fight after that? Like after you had your spoonful, were you able to like keep on doing what you were doing?
Honestly, you didn't want to do anything. Like you just wanted like.
This is gross.
Like I would have rather got spanked than drink the vinegar.
Yeah.
But like, you know, their family was like way more, not like, like they did like a lot of like different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they, like they had sushi.
Yeah.
We didn't do that at my house, right?
Were the parents younger than what your parents were? Because that's
no,
what
they were like
really?
roughly the same age.
Okay.
Like their dad was a nurse, or a doctor. I don't remember which one. He was an officer in the military, so he's probably a doctor. Yeah, not a nurse. But it may have been like I don't. I'm not disrespecting them. I don't know what it is.
No, but I've experienced that too. Like people have different.
My
ways.
dad was an officer too, so like we never did. But it was just a different. Like that's where we lived at. Like all the officers and stuff were on the street, or like senior master sergeants were high enlisted people. But it was different. Like everybody had to get along, but like everybody was from like all over the country. And then like so with the house, I say house, but they were duplexes. One half of the house was one, but it was a huge house, and it was cinder block walls that would separate like the families. But like you were just hoping that you got somebody like either it was like a kid's room because that was normally every night like you could bang on the wall, somebody would bang back, you know what I mean? It didn't happen very often, but if I was like, you know, being a kid, you lay and you put your feet on the wall and you bang on the wall for a little bit, right? When you like fighting to go to sleep. You never did that? My son does it now in his crib.
Wonder where he gets it from.
I don't know.
Habits.
But yeah, people would bang back sometimes.
That would scare me.
Would it?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I know those people over there. But one time we lived on Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland and went this guy lived next to us, and then we moved to Colorado, and the guy lives like a block from where my dad lives off base.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was riding my bike through, and I saw like
So weird.
their kid playing. I knew him because he lived next door. He was a lot younger. I didn't play with him, but I played with him every now and then if he was the only kid around.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I was riding my bike. I was like, I had to like stop and turn around. I came back and I walked into his house just like I did when we were younger. And the dad was like, this was like 8 years went by at this time from when I did that. Yeah, I didn't think anything of it. Well, I saw his younger brother outside and he was just like a baby, but he was like 7 at the time. And so I was like, hey, is so-and-so home? And he was like, yeah, he's upstairs. And I was like, is it okay if I go in? He said, yeah. So I did ask somebody, but it was a child.
You asked the youngest.
Right. Yeah, I asked the youngest in the house. To me, it wasn't anything. But I did say hi. I wasn't trying to be creepy or nothing like that. And I was like, you don't remember me? And the guy's like staring at me like, no, I don't remember you. Like I was almost had my my driver's license.
Are you sure?
It's the same family. So when I walked in, he's playing video games, like him and somebody else. And I was like, hey, what's up, man? And he was like, he stared at me for a second and he was like, hey, what are you doing? And then he went right back to playing video games. He literally said no other words to me. I'm trying to have a conversation with him. He's like, Yeah. So I just left after a minute. It was very awkward.
Did you guys hang out anymore?
I feel embarrassed. I feel like I'm sweating telling this story.
Yeah,
like,
it's embarrassing. You were hoping to be like a rekindled friendship. He was like,
no, but I wasn't friends with him in Maryland. So like, I think that's what the whole thing.
That's what's even weirder. It's like, why the fuck are you in my house?
Because we were neighbors. I just thought it was weird that we were also neighbors.
It was weird that you went
all
into
the way
his
across
house.
the country. Yeah, it was definitely weird that I went into his house. Fuck him.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
8 years later. Yeah.
His dad was like, yeah,
fuck are you?
I remember you.
Probably had no recollection.
This was like I was in 8th grade, so I was like 15. I had my learner's permit.
You were 15 in the 8th grade?
No, 13. I'm sorry, 13. Yeah, I graduated when I was 17, so I skipped some grades.
Hair on my chest in 8th grade.
I still don't have hair on my chest. Yeah. It's like very little,
that's cute.
very little
that's
patch.
Cute. It's cute.
Yeah, you got a sweater. That motherfucker got a sweater on.
Right. You can't even tell because I'm so white.
Yeah, you are pasty. I will add some contrast to this camera to.
Yeah,
to
why are you making me look so bad?
I'm not. You're making yourself look bad.
Yeah, I got a disease.
It's called HIV.
Yeah, well.
Say it out loud.
Are they still calling it HIV?
Are
they still calling it HIV? Isn't it HPV or something?
No, HPV is like ovarian cancer or.
Oh, really?
Well, I think like men can be carriers of HPV, but it doesn't affect us. It's more of like the fallopian tube cancer.
Please leave in the comments how wrong he is. He has no fucking idea what he's talking about. Thank you.
It's cancer.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm not going to act like I know.
It's a vagina cancer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. HPV, and it's the number one like killer of women. So like that's why they came out with the HPV vaccine, and most women our age got it because it was like a big push when we were in high school and stuff like that. So.
Do you remember in elementary?
I mean, I don't fuck without finding out to have an HPV vaccine, right? You know what I mean? I'm married now, but that was a questionnaire, right?
Yeah, they said like our generation, millennials, have had less sex in our lifetime than our parents did.
Oh, sure, for sure, yeah.
With all this technology,
that's the problem, though.
Yeah, they don't
that's the technology
meet people anymore.
Yeah, And now like erections go away if like girls have bushes. It's like a big deal. Right. But back then they didn't care, dude. They were sweaty. People used Crisco as lube. It was a weird time, dude. It was a weird time. Crisco that you would cook with. That was sexual lubricant.
Yeah, I'm saying quiet because I know.
Yeah. Imagine trying to do that right now. I mean, first of all, it's hard to find lard, right? Like that's not like a normal item on the shelf.
True.
Thing. It's still around.
You might find it around here.
You can find it. It's around. No doubt about it. But imagine pulling that out and then getting the whole room smelling like gyros. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a problem.
But there's also
like you get hungry, right? It's a little goodness. But it's not the smell that I mean, there's really no smells. I mean, there's like there's not the sweaty just pubic hair. I mean, people ate ass when there was like ass hair. Like The ass hair is the only hair that sticks to the skin.
I think that's a new thing.
What's that?
Eating ass.
No.
I don't think that
Come on, man. This has been freaks forever.
No, I know, but I don't think it's on like the main stage as now like, yeah. But like,
there's people that are like really into like working out and then like getting like really busy with each other.
I think you're spending too much time on the internet.
No, I don't watch that stuff. Like I said before in a previous a podcast, I just like regular shit. You know
like regular, no eye contact.
So I end up accidentally edging, just looking for something that's regular. Because you're not going to let it go away. You want to be ready.
Mom, please don't look up edging. Just leave that one alone.
Hey, Mom, you want to find something funny? Look up docking.
No, don't.
Yeah, definitely look up
either of those terms.
Yeah, please do.
Do look up
Dirty Dolphin.
Or like Arabian sunglasses.
I think this sake is too much. I don't think we can have sake.
Good, right?
It's pretty good.
Right?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Have you ever went and got tested for HIVs or anything like that? Like
No. I wasn't very promiscuous. I wasn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think by now I would have. Like,
I've done it twice.
I gained way too much. Yeah, but I mean.
Yeah, I didn't know if you ever had, because like I did it when I was like
I married
18 or 19.
A couple years out of high school, I found the person I was meant to be with.
Yeah.
And I just got lucky in that sense, right? She's my best friend. I hate her guts. But I'm not moving out and she's not moving out. We're stuck together, Colleen. I hope you know that. But I do. I love the shit out of her. She's my best friend. And I just got lucky in that sense. So I didn't really have,
Yeah, I just didn't know if you ever had to do that. Like if you ever like wanted to go do that. I know it's not like a risk for you now because you've been with the
If she brought it up now, I think it would be an issue.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Yeah, it would definitely be like.
Yeah. I'm always worried because
questionable.
We have to use all the porta potties at work. And I'm so worried about the porta potties. Because apparently stuff can be transmitted if you like sit on the toilet. Like,
well, who sits on the toilet in a porta potty?
No, I understand. But if you sit,
you take your pants off and you stand on the top of the toilet bowl and you squat.
What?
Yeah. You've never opened the door on one of our friends from down south?
No. Oh, well, I understand why there's shit everywhere now.
Yeah. I don't know if they take their pants off, but I've had like the...
That's how they shit?
That's why there's always footprints on the top. How did you think they got there?
I don't know. I just thought someone was like not
fixing a light bulb.
I don't know. I just
in the porta john.
I just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I ever got worried about because I was like, there's a lot of disgusting motherfuckers.
No.
I tried my best not to use the fucking
if the porta, I mean, God forbid you got to use one of those things, right? It's an emergency. Like I'm prairie dogging. I mean,
up until the last moment.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Until Exodus.
Yeah. I wore like overall bibs, and
me and you,
it was a risk, like trying to take those off and keep that buckles, keep the buckles out of the blue water. It's a fucking nightmare. And then the amount of toilet paper that I used on the seat would actually go when I'd sat down.
And the hand sanitizer, because now before all this happened, there was always hand sanitizer. So I would lob that motherfucker up with hand sanitizer and like scrub down.
No, I didn't
scrub down the toilet, and then I would lay the toilet paper down.
I didn't do all that. I just made it big.
Super thorough.
I went super thick with it because sometimes when you sit down, the air will actually push the toilet paper into the toilet, the bowl or whatever. But I go way outside the toilet bowl.
You're the guy who uses all the toilet paper.
Yeah, fuck them, dude.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Look, this is an emergency. Like I'm in here because like I'm, and they give you that single ply.
Yeah,
it's still like
you have to roll into
it's not even a whole single ply. It's like a half of a ply.
Yeah, you can see through it.
Yeah, and you had the ball. The ball you got to
put
on.
Fucking ball.
It was a nightmare.
That's some people like who work in offices. They don't understand. Like, I don't care like how hard.
I think every office should have a bidet. Now that I'm in the office, I have a bidet at my house.
Now he's all fancy.
Yeah, I think that every office should have a bidet.
When's the last time you pooped in a porta potty?
Ooh, going back.
Oh, I hate that you said that.
Going back a minute, man. But we have 30 seconds left. I literally had my asshole trained. I mean, like.
By who? That's it, everybody.
We have 20 seconds. It was like, I mean, still to this day, when I come home, I have to go right away. I don't really like using anybody's bathroom but my own.
Yeah, I have the opposite problem. We'll get into that next episode because it's actually a medical problem. It's not IBS.
Until then, see you.
Bye.